and I think we're on. You ever put two towels that are wet on top of one another and leave them for a while and then they kind of smell rancid? It's mildly infuriating. I'm Max, by the way. You may know me from, reading my stories online. You may have seen my old videos that are called Bodyak Show in 2020, which are no longer available. Maybe you have just seen my name in the credits of the videos on this channel. But either way, I make videos here, okay? You may remember me from my older vlog about Viber that I was standing at a shelf and we had this backdrop of the bookshelves right here. But now I've changed. I have some new furniture that I've assembled, a new telly, you can't see it, and a new backdrop really. Well, it's not really new, it's like 3 years old by now. Anyway, what I'm recording this vlog today for is to kind of explain what Bodyak Books really is all about. Well, not exactly, I'm talking about the YouTube channel. And it's also kind of a vlog that will tell you guys what to expect next and when to expect new vids. So what I wanted to start with is why Bodyak Books is called Books and the channel is full of, animation mainly. Well, the reason is that Bodyak Books is actually a real kind of small company of writers, but it's pretty hard to reach out to people just by writing. Because these platforms such as, Wattpad and Litnet, they're kind of, how to put it, it's like YouTube, because it's very hard to find people and to kind of reach out to them. And I figured that since I have other hobbies that I kind of do, I might as well just upload it to the YouTube channel. And my hobbies include filmmaking and animating and kind of music stuff. You may hear it in the background right now. But yeah. It's certainly not only for books, and that's the reason why I remade Bodyak Books into a creative union rather than just a writing company. I will explain about it in the next video, and I hope to record it next week. It's going to be all about, the history of Bodyak Books, or the name, the works, and so on. I'll probably mention one pretty book called Max Payne. Now, don't get your hopes up, I won't say anything today. But, that's about it, about the channel. Now, the content on the channel, I know that I've made recently a teaser episode for UT Ops number 5. And UT Ops is an animation series I've been doing in Pivot Animator, which is a great program. But the problem is that up to project number 5, my project has gone so complex that making 10 seconds worth of animation takes me about 7 hours. And right now I have free time really on the weekends. And because of that, the weekends comprise also of, going out with friends. And that's why weekends are kind of not just a work on one project thing, it's kind of a shove as much shit as you can into 2 days. While I do write on the weekdays, when I have a smidge of free time, I can't really animate or do anything else until I reach Saturday, and today is Sunday. So that's kind of the thing why a lot of my animation projects take up such a long time. Alright, so what UT Ops is about is related to my 2084 writing series. I got into a writer's block at some point and I wanted to keep kind of it going and to spread this, to other people. And I figured, why not? I could make animations about SWAT operators in space, kind of fighting terrorists and all that. I think it's great. And you guys seem to enjoy it, even though it's short, but it's sweet, yeah? There's another project on my channel, it's called the Dark Clan Infiltration, and you may have seen it, it's Machinima and Gary's mod. Now, it's based off the Plasma Burst 2 game, and it's made mainly with the help of the Plasma Burst community. And would you believe it, about 15 days ago or something like that, it turned a year old. I can't believe that it's been such a short year, it felt like I made it yesterday. But it really shows that time has passed, because the Plasmaverse community has grown pretty fucking stupid, for lack of a better term, and it's just rubbish overall. I did make a poll asking the people there if they want a second part for Darkland Infiltration, and the responses so far they seem kind of nice. Although to the 4 people who said no, I'll tell them to fuck off. The problem is, I want to make the second part be 30 minutes, at least, so that there's a lot of story in there and, and whatnot, so it seems like an actual machinima. Because machinima stands for machine cinema. The first episode was 10 minutes, and 3 minutes of that was just my voiceover going over some Terminator 1, 2, and 3 footage, just to kind of, because there was a war there, I think, and it just kind of fit for me. And to be fair, I did make the first part in just 4 days, but that's only because I pulled 2 all-nighters, and I've been able to work all day long. So it took me like 2 days of full time to record the footage in Gary's mod, which requires also scene building and animation. And it took me another 2 days to kind of compile the video and make the audio track and all that. So I don't know how much or how long the second part is going to take, really. It may take a week, it may take several weeks, may take several months. Because, as I said, I have other projects to work on, and I do not like to kind of cycle around the same thing. But yeah, you can probably you can expect the second part to come around this year, which is, I don't know, December. Speaking of my writing projects, I have 2 right now that are ongoing. One is called Witch's Wanderings, and the other is called 2084 Last Wish. And I'm publishing them on Wattpad. Now, I'm writing both of them at the same time, almost. I get a bit of writing done on them every day. And I hope to get new chapters out for both of them by the end of this month. Because I really don't kind of write too much every day, but I try to do it every day so that I don't lose these, this flow. Now, I would say that Last Wish is actually easier to write because it's from the point of view of a character rather than the author text. And in Witch's Wanderings, I guess it's more mentally draining because the writing style I have chosen is very poetic, and the only time, it breaks is when characters talk to each other and they kind of talk like chavs. So it's a bit refreshing, but it's still very draining when I'm writing these, walls of texts. But yeah, that's pretty much it on the Bodyak Books project scale. And now I'm gonna answer some questions that people have had for me. And speaking of which, if you have any questions about me or Bodyak Books at all, you can leave them down in the dick section. And I will try to answer them in the next vlog. And I hope to record vlogs every week. I hope. The first one is a good friend of mine by the name Dr. Kelmatic. How did Bodyak Books start? Well, I would like to tell you, but I'm actually going to be talking about it in the next vlog. So it's kind of a spoiler alert. But I would just say that it officially appeared around 2006 or 2005. I don't remember really. Now the second question is, are you planning on expanding? I don't know what you mean by expanding. Maybe you mean like marketing and whatnot. And then, yeah, of course I will. But what I think you mean is that, other kinds of art, which I really already have. Because this channel has been mainly animation and filmmaking, but I do hope to kind of make a section for music and book discussions. Yeah, I plan on making book discussions as well. Now, what I find interesting about it is that Bodyak Books used to be a local kind of creative union, but I think that we can work out if if we have members that work over the internet. Which is, quite possible, and I will be discussing that in the next video as well. So the question number 3 is, what are your future plans for Bodyak Books? Like, what do you plan on creating? Books, indie games, animations, etc. Yes, you're right. books, indie games, animations, and etc. Yeah, I also have a kind of small passion for video games. I made this tiny little game called Little Wushu based on my fighting animations. You may have seen it on my channel. But, you know, it took me a week. But I think that video game making is really up to teams of at least 2 people. Because one person will just waste months of time developing a single tiny game. Especially because I want to use other engines than Flash, because Flash is dead. Alright, next question. Okay, so Vanik says... is your name actually Max Malevich? And he doesn't capitalize Max, and fuck you for that, but I will answer this. And no, my name isn't Max Malevich, but to you it is. My real name is actually very hard to pronounce for English speakers, so it's kind of a pen name, and I think it's pretty easy to pronounce, especially because everybody knows who Kazimir Malevich is. Next question is from Ziwajel. He asks me if I'm of Mongol origin. Well, not quite, but I do have a lot of Caucaso-Mongolian roots. And, you know, that means I'm kind of directly related to Genghis Khan. Next question is also from Ziwajel. He says, what are your future plans for your Bodyak's Books website? Oh. Well, I think that our website would be bloody great. And I actually want to make a website. But I don't have enough content to kind of show it around. I think that I will make a website as soon as I finish at least one story. That will make sense. I will be able to showcase kind of everything that I've been making so far and kind of, you know, a list of teams and stuff like that. So far I've been, the only websites I've had for Bodyak's Books are wiki sites. So most of them are built on fandom and one is built on Wikidot. But the Wikidot one was made in 2021. And that was before the kind of soft reboot that Bodyak's Books got, so it's kind of shit, if you can understand it. It's back when I filmed this Bodyak show thing, which is very great. And that's it of the questions for today. I have a guest here in my call right now. Her name is Ghost. Ghost, do you have any questions for me?
Not at the moment, no.
Alright, so I guess that's it then. Did you like it? Say hi to the people.
Hello.
Alright,
I think it sounds like you've got a lot of really exciting projects coming up, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of them.
Yeah, thank you. I do have a lot of them coming up, but again, I'm working on my own, so it's kind of hard to juggle these things around. But I will try to work on all of them at once. Well, no, not at once, but parallelly. You kind of get the idea. What I also wanted to mention was that I got a new computer. This one right here is an MSI Katana. And compared to my old HP Pavilion 14, it's pretty darn great. You know, I kind of feel like a white person playing games right now. Which means that if I were to make Darkland Infiltration Part 2, it will be much easier to create, you know, these grand scenes. And what I had problems with is playing back the animation that I made using stop motion helper and recording it, because it will always stutter. You can probably see the stutter in my recordings as well, but it'll be much better now that I have this bad boy. Yeah, so expect some more videos like this one. It's kind of a long video, but the next ones, even if I don't have really anything to say, it will be 2 minutes or 3 minutes long, just kind of rambling about bullshit, so you guys know that I'm alive, yeah? But the next video will probably be just as long, because I'll be talking about the history of Bodyak's Books, where did it come from, as I said. And yeah, so you can expect more stuff from me. Put your thumb in the air, your finger over there, look for your other thumb, if only you find it on the other hand. Put that thumb on the end of your finger, put that finger on the end of your thumb. You got a telly now. What program should I put on the telly? I know, put your cheek on the telly. That program's called Don't Be Cheeky.